So you walk into a massive corporate conference room or maybe a university lecture hall, and your eyes immediately go to the giant screens.
Right, or the sleek microphones on the table.
Exactly. You never really think about the walls. But today we're doing a deep dive into something hiding right in plain sight.
Yeah, it's easy to miss.
It's a piece of gear about the size of a light switch, but it essentially acts as the gateway for an entire enterprise audio network.
Mm-hmm.
We're pulling from detailed product specifications over at HDTVSupply to explore the Turtle AV Dual Analog XLR Input to Dante wall plate.
Quite a name.
It is a mouthful. But our mission today is to figure out how this unassuming little wall box bridges the gap between traditional analog microphones and cutting-edge digital networking.
Right. So on the surface, it offers two standard 3-pin XLR inputs, and that includes 48 volts of phantom power.
Which you'd need for high-end condenser mics, right?
Exactly. But the real magic happens behind the drywall, where that analog signal is instantly converted and sent out via an RJ45 Dante output.
It's sort of like taking a continuous physical stream of water, your analog audio wave, and instantly freezing it into perfectly identical ice cubes right at the faucet.
Oh, I like that analogy.
Yeah, and those digital packets, which are formatted as AES67 RTP data, can now be easily and perfectly shipped anywhere in the building.
And that conversion process, that represents a massive paradigm shift for audio engineers.
Because of the wiring.
Yeah, running hundreds of feet of physical analog cable is a huge vulnerability.
Right.
The longer an analog cable gets, the more the signal degrades. It picks up electrical interference, that hum.
Oh, absolutely.
But by freezing that audio into high-resolution digital packets up to 96 kilohertz at 24-bit right at the wall, you just completely decouple audio quality from physical distance.
Wow.
Yeah, that digital data can travel thousands of feet across a Dante network with literally zero audio loss.
Okay, but digitizing the audio is one thing. Doing the audio cleanup takes serious processing power. And looking at the specs, this plate has built-in DSP, right? It's packing an 8-band parametric EQ, high and low pass filters, a compressor, and an expander.
Right. So instead of sending raw, messy room noise to a central server to be dealt with later, this little box acts like an audio bouncer.
An audio bouncer.
Yeah, it just cuts out the low HVAC rumble and compresses unexpected audio spikes right at the source, so ensuring that only pristine sound ever hits the network. Plus, you can configure the Dante latency anywhere from 1 to 10 milliseconds.
Wait, I have to call a timeout here because you're telling me this standard one-gang Decora wall box is packing studio-grade preamps and digital signal processors.
Right, in the wall, yeah.
A rig doing that kind of heavy mathematical lifting usually needs a dedicated cooling fan. How does this thing not melt inside a zero airflow drywall cavity?
Well, it all comes down to the thermal efficiency of PoE, or power over Ethernet.
Oh, okay.
You aren't relying on a bulky heat-generating power supply. It can take 12-volt DC if you need it to, but typically a single standard Ethernet cable delivers the low-voltage power needed to run that complex DSP.
While simultaneously carrying the digital audio data away.
Exactly. Sending both over one wire completely changes the physical footprint of an installation.
But with that kind of thermal engineering, you were obviously paying a premium. At $599 per plate. Is this just massive overkill for, say, a typical podcaster setting up a basement studio?
Oh, definitely. This is decidedly an enterprise-grade tool. It's built for massive facility integrations.
Okay, so not for the spare bedroom setup.
No, not really. A sole creator doesn't need TAA compliance, which this plate has.
Right, and that compliance means it meets the strict sourcing and manufacturing standards required to be installed in secure U.S. federal government facilities.
Exactly. So it's built for federal contracts and skyscraper infrastructure. Add in the native QSYS plugin, and it just becomes a node in a much larger brain.
So QSYS automation means this wall plate talks directly to the central control system of an entire corporate campus.
You got it. The network can monitor the device's health, route its audio, and adjust parameters without a human ever touching a physical soundboard. And because downtime in those environments costs a lot of money, it's backed by a 5-year global advanced replace warranty.
It really fundamentally changes how you look at the infrastructure around us. The next time you walk down a hallway and see a generic white plate with 2 mic inputs, you'll know it might be doing studio-level EQ and compression before firing audio across a sprawling network.
Right. The best infrastructure is entirely invisible to the user.
Which leaves a lingering question. If we can now pack an entire rack's worth of audio processing, preamps, and digital routing into a single Ethernet-powered light switch box, how long until the traditional massive physical audio mixing board becomes completely obsolete?